Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lynn Classical High School for tonight's Sweet 16 matchup between the away team, Stoneham, and the home team, your Lynn Classical Rams. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon an MIAA school or security official. Now for the starting lineups for the away team, Stoneham. Up first, number 5, Weston Munal. Number 10, Liam McPhee. Number 11, Pierre Bocelli. Number 12, Mason Lord. And number 24, Tony Dean. Head coach, Jim Bakeman. Now for the starting lineups for the home team, your Lynn Classical Rams. Up first, junior, number 4, Darren Baker. Senior, number 5, DJ Reynolds. Senior, number 35, Shai Babb. Senior, number 1, Deshaun Rucker. Senior, number 2, Cam Rucker. The head coach for the Rams, Marvin Avery. We ask at this time that you please rise, move your caps, as Betsy Ramos will be performing our national anthem tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to 235 O'Callahan Way for the MIAA Division III Men's Basketball Tournament. The round of 16 underway as Lynn Classical is hosting Stoneham here on this snowy evening at Lynn Classical. I'm your announcer tonight, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television. Working with us, we got Ethan Garofalo up in the perch, bringing you these smooth and steady shots. And down low, we got Mikey Martinez bringing you these graphics. Classical coming to this one off of a fresh win versus North Middlesex Regional High School, 78-39 against the Patriots. 18-3, the record for the Rams. Stoneham coming off of a victory versus Weston, 65-60, 14-8, the record for Stoneham. Started off, Weston, Bunnell passes down low over to number 24, Dean. Dean looking for some help over the adjacent and taking an extra step, wearing number 10, McPhee. McPhee on the travel is going to land him onto his next destination, which is defense. Right away, Rucker to Rucker. Everybody coming out for this one. Cameron Rucker with a handoff over to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker driving inside, passes over to Babb at the top of the three-point line, takes it for three. DJ Reynolds on the rebound. Reynolds on the attempt for the second time. Babb coming in to clean it up. First points of the night, and Babb draws first blood in the game. Stoneham on the move offensively. Mason Lord with the rock, passes off over to number 5, Weston Bunnell. Bakeman passes down, working their way inside. Serving up the rubber biscuit, Shaheem Babb. On the way up, Tony Dean thinking he's gonna get an easy 2, and Babb says, we got something for you. Taking the shot, Cameron Rucker not there. Dean able to rebound that one, and Stoneham on the move offensively again. Nice little move by Bunnell, be able to get past Cameron Rucker. Not enough to move the shot down, rebound pulled down by Shaheem Babb. Deshaun Rucker now, trying to find a seam, doesn't see it, has to retreat back to the three-point line. Finds help with Cam Rucker over to the adjacent. Rucker with Bunnell in front, trying to drive inside, pulls a few defenders, passes outside over to DJ Reynolds for 3. Or 2. Sorry, yeah, that was 3. DJ Reynolds making it count. Deshaun Rucker with the rock, one in front. Rucker surveying, going to Babb. Babb sees a bit of a lane inside on the way for the layup. Loses control out of that one, off of Babb, and it's going to be Stoneham ball. McPhee tasked with the, not McPhee, but Peter Bocelli, tasked with the inbounding responsibility, right away to Lord. Lord finds help over in McPhee. McPhee finds help over in Bocelli. Driving inside, hung up by the Classical defense, but able to salvage the offensive attempt on the way up. Little hack-a-lack. Weston Bunnell gonna go to the line for the first time tonight. Bunnell lining up 1 of 2. First, not by net, and that's right where he wants. Bunnell able to get the first points of the night on the board for Stoneham. 2 of 2 for Bunnell, no good there. Babb on the rebound, hands it off to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds with 1 in front, hands it off over to Cameron Rucker. Rucker with 1 in front. Surveying over to Reynolds. Reynolds passes back over to Deshaun Rucker for 3, makes it count, Sir Swish. Doing what he do out here. Deshaun Rucker scores his first 3 points of the night. Just about 5.5 left here in the first. Driving inside, nice heads-up play by number 12, Lord, to find the help, cutting inside. Not enough to make it count. Cameron Rucker taking it for 3, not there. And Dean on the rebound. Dean taking it from end to end. He's got Babb out in front, passes outside over to McPhee. McPhee shot no good. Stoneham able to salvage the offensive attempt. Lord on the rebound, tries for the shot, nothing there. Tony Dean coming in. And team foul against Classical is going to result in an inbound here in Classical territory. So yeah, I was confused. He was on his way up. McPhee, I didn't think was the guy who got hacked. It was Dean. So Dean gonna go to the line for 2. And it looks like they're gonna catch Rucker on the second team foul for the Rams. Dean makes a count on his first of 2. 2 of 2 for Bunnell. 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 Dean lines up 2-2, takes a shot, a little bit of deja vu. Classical on the move again. Cameron Rucker with McPhee in front. Rucker Savan goes right away to Reynolds. Reynolds passes down low over to Deshaun Rucker. Back up top to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker looking inside to Baker. Baker with a risky pass outside to Deshaun Rucker. Baker on the attempt for the rebound. Doesn't get his redemption. Second rebound attempt, loses control. And Lord, right time, right place, pulls that one away. Stoneham working to create some separation with passes here. Got a pick on the right-hand side. Reynolds adjusts, but not well enough. The seam is there. Shot attempt coming off of the fingertips of Peter Bocelli. And Bocelli gets the ball stuck in between the backboard and rim. So no good there. Classical to inbound from their own territory. Deshaun Rucker gonna try his hands at the point guard position. Over to Cameron Rucker, right back and forth, trying to create some separation with passes. Pass from Deshaun Rucker to Cameron Rucker, a little risky there. Passes down to Babb at the top of the three-point line. Babb tries for two, no good. Stoneham on the move again. Lord with two in front, looks to hand off over to Bunnell. Bunnell able to keep that one. DJ Reynolds in front. Bunnell surveying, looking for a little bit of help in the form of a pick. I don't think he's gonna get it here. Dean now on the move, working down low. Does a nice little move to get around Shaheen Babb. Looked like he might have been out of bounds. Babb looking for it, and no. He's got the footwork to do stuff like that. DJ Reynolds inside of Babb. Babb dribbles hard, looking for Cameron Rucker on the retreat. Nothing there, stolen away by Bunnell. Bunnell on the way up. Cameron Rucker gets a hand on it. Deshaun Rucker on the rebound. Rucker passes outside over to Babb. Babb pulls up for three up the front of the rim. Reynolds on the rebound. Trying for it. Dean throws out some rubber biscuits. Babb now on the attempt. Nothing there. Dean with the length, making it tough for the Rams down underneath the hoop. McPhee with the rock, pulls up wide open for a three-point shot. Nothing there. Dean gets up high, pulls down the rebound, knocks down two more. 6 points on the night for Dean. And Stoneham digging their way back in from an 8-1 deficit. And now they're within one. Good timeout. Gives us an opportunity to say thanks to you, our student body. And yeah, so what was I gonna say? Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on our YouTube page, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening right here in the city of Lynn. I'm your announcer tonight, Sean Donahue. Coach Marvin Avery taking the time out, so we'll try to get a shot of inside the huddle, see all of the excitement that's happening on the Classical bench if you're a Comcast or Verizon subscriber. We always like to say thanks to you. So a well-timed timeout by Coach Marvin Avery to get in the heads of the Rams and talk a little bit about what the game plan was and remind them what we're here to do. Cameron Rucker passes inside of Babb. Dean in front, back outside of Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker looking for a lane, stolen away by Stoneham. Trying to salvage the attempt on the out of bounds from number 5, Brunel. Stolen away by the Rams on the transition. Shot coming from Reynolds, no good. Dean pulls down the rebound. And Bunnell on the move again. Reynolds in front. Hands off over to number 12, Mason Lord. Lord drives inside, does a nice little move to create some separation. Babb on the attempt for the rebound, loses his headband. And usually that doesn't just happen. So we got a team foul against Stoneham. Looks like they're gonna get Lord on that one. Just about 2 minutes left here in the first. Inbounding responsibility gonna be passed off to Deshaun Rucker. He'll go right away to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker with Bunnell in front. Passes over to Deshaun Rucker inside to Baker. Baker pulls up for a jumper. Stuffed on the way up. Out of bounds, off of Stonehill. That one's gonna stay Classical ball. Cameron Rucker tasked with the inbounding responsibility, surveying as the whistle's blown. High inbound to Babb, over to Devon Rucker. To the right, over to Sean Rucker. To DJ Reynolds. Reynolds passes off over to Cameron Rucker. Classical trying to create some seams. Deshaun Rucker sees it, drives inside, knocks down 2 more for the Rams. 5 on the night for Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker in front. McAfee passes off over to number 12, Lord. Lord with Cameron Rucker in front. Lord surveying, finds Dean. Dean with Babb in front. Hands off to number 10, Liam McAfee. McAfee shot no good. Liam McAfee there on the attempt. Dean with the rebound. Passes outside over to Bunnell, and nothing there on the shot. DJ Reynolds drives inside the paint, going up for 2. Babb on the rebound, knocks it down for 2 more. Four on the night for Babb. Dean up at the top of the key. Hands that one off over to number 10. Liam McAfee shot, no good for 3. Classical on the move offensively. Deshaun Rucker brings it down low, retreats back up top. Stonehill quick to retreat onto defense. Bunnell in front. Deshaun Rucker passes to the adjacent, finds Cameron Rucker. To Babb inside, outside to DJ Reynolds for 3. A little short off the front of the rim. Dean, the sole player underneath the hoop, pulls that rebound down with some ease. Hands off to Bunnell. Bunnell with DJ Reynolds in front. Hands off over to Lord. Lord finds help in the adjacent, right back to McAfee. McAfee now with Devon Rucker in front. Sees a lane, drives inside the paint, pulls up for 2. Nothing there. Rebound attempt by number 12, Mason Lord. Shot attempt, no good. And we're gonna end the first with Classical 12, Stoneham 7. We'll be back right after this break.
Since 1986, Lynn Educational Television has enabled students to work in the television industry and learn how to produce media. LETV creates working opportunities for Lynn students, giving them the benefit of gaining real-life work experience in production. Lynn Educational Television brings value to Lynn students, delivering standards-based curriculum in the classroom from middle school to high school. LETV creates future generations of media professionals.
Welcome back, 8 more on the board. And a little bit more competition here in the round of 16 versus the round of 32. Stoneham representing the Freedom Middlesex League, the small Middlesex League. Last game versus Weston, 65-60. And Stoneham starting their journey on the tourney in the preliminary round against Belchertown. Nice pass inside off to Weston Bunnell. Bunnell knocks down 2 more. 3 points on the night for Bunnell. Cameron Rucker trying to pass off over to Deshaun Rucker. And getting up high is Bunnell. Rucker takes it himself, drives inside the lane. Who are we going to give that one to? I'll say Shaheem Babb on the attempt for the rebound. Babb able to get a handle on it. Nice pass inside. Knocked away by Shaheem Babb, serving up the rubber biscuits on his way up. Number 11, Peter Bocelli. Stoneham able to salvage the offensive attempt. Rucker reaching in, a handoff over to number 12, Mason Lord. Inside over to number 5, Bunnell, wide open, pulls it up for 3. And shows why Stoneham is here in the round of 16. 7 on the night for Weston Bunnell. Deshaun Rucker to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker looking down low to Baker. Trying to find Rucker on the pass and cut inside, just a little slow. Reynolds getting up high, trying to get under it. Number 10, Liam McAfee, trying for the shot, not there. Baker on the rebound, off to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker with Bunnell in front. Passes over to Cameron Rucker. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Now Lord in front. To Baker. To Cameron Rucker. Trying to find a seam inside the paint. Nothing there. Now Bunnell in front again. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Pulls up for a long three. Makes it count! Deshaun Rucker. Find the streak here in the second. 8 on the night for the senior out of Classical. Bunnell with the rock. Hands it off over to Lord. Lord finds Bunnell right away to Dean. Back outside over to number 11, Peter Bocelli. Bocelli knocks down his first three-pointer of the night. Just about 6 minutes left here in the first half. Deshaun Rucker with the rock. Passes over to DJ Reynolds. Rucker surveying. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds inside to Babb. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds over to Deshaun Rucker. Pulls up for another three. A little short off the front of the rim. Dean on the rebound. Bunnell with the rock. Looking for some help and is adjacent. Goes to Lord right away. Deshaun Rucker in front. Lord trying to find help and Dean down low. Dean passes outside over to Liam McPhee. McPhee's shot no good. We got a foul call here. I think it's going to be against DJ Reynolds. Scratch that. The way Coach Avey was reacting, I was wondering what was going on. Classical ball here. They'll inbound the ball from their own territory. Deshaun Rucker will take the inbound from Devon Rucker. Passes over to Devon Rucker to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds with Bunnell in front. Over to Rucker right away. Drives inside the paint. Pulls up for two. Baker on the attempt for the rebound. And reaching up over the back, number 10, Liam McPhee. McPhee is going to catch his first team foul of the night. That's going to send Baker to the line for two. Just about 5 minutes left here in the second period of the game. Baker's first shot, no good. Deshaun Rucker to come off and Cameron Rucker to come on for the Rams. Baker gonna line up 2 of 2. Baker takes the shot, makes it count. And Baker gets his first points of the night, or first point of the night. Nice pass to cutting number 12, Mason Lord. Lord can't get it to fall. Dean on the rebound. A bit of a scrum down low. Jump ball call. Cameron Rucker fighting for it against Dean. Babb nearby. Jump ball call is going to benefit the Rams. Classical to inbound from their own territory. Reynolds to take that responsibility. Deshaun Rucker to come on and Devon Rucker to come off. Inbound right away to Cameron Rucker. McPhee waiting at the half mark. Cameron Rucker to Deshaun Rucker. Bunnell in front. DJ Reynolds with the rock up top. Goes back over to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker looking for a pick on the right-hand side. Gets it from Baker. Baker taking a couple extra steps on that pick. Babb does the work. Drives inside the paint. Nice little spin move and a teardrop. Adds 2 more to the tally for the Rams. 8 on the night for Babb. Nice job by number 5, Weston Bunnell. Sees a lane and takes it. Bunnell knocks down 2 more. 8 on the night for Bunnell. Inside to Baker. To a cutting Deshaun Rucker. Outside to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds trying to drive inside the paint. Gets hung up by the Stoneham defense. Retreats back to the top of the key to find Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker over to Shaim Babb. To Deshaun Rucker. Over to Cameron Rucker. Classical very hesitant. Good shot selection tonight. Trying to create some separation with passes. DJ Reynolds on the outside after the pass. Golly. The charging call against DJ Reynolds is going to result in a turnover. Stoneham to inbound from their own responsibility, their own territory. Bocelli right away to Bunnell. Bunnell hands it off over to Lord. Lord with Cameron Rucker in front. Lord passes over to Bunnell. Bunnell finds McPhee in the adjacent to Dean, to Bunnell, 2 in front on the way up. Rolls it off the back of the rim. Dean on the rebound. Keeps the offensive attempt alive for Stonehill. Shaim Babb gets a hand on the ball. Gets called for a foul, and that's going to send Dean to the line again. Babb looking for some explanation on it from the guys in stripes, and I'm not sure he's going to get it. Tony Dean, 1 of 2, no good. Dean will line up 2 of 2. Takes a shot off the back of the rim, a scrum for the rebound. Babb comes away with it. Over to Cameron Rucker, to Devon Rucker. Devon Rucker, top of the key, surveying. Goes right away to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker drives inside, sees a bit of a seam, passes off to Baker! Baker knocks down 2 more. Great heads-up play by Cameron Rucker to make the count. Baker 3 on the night for the junior out of Classical. Deshaun Rucker in front of Bunnell. Bunnell looks for Dean up at the top of the key. Dean wide open, goes to the adjacent, finds help in Mason Lord. Lord with a handoff over to number 10, Liam McPhee. Stolen away by the Rams. Devon Rucker driving inside the paint, loses possession, but then gains it back, goes right away over to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker tries to find help in Cameron Rucker. Pulls up from the 3-point line. Devon Rucker on the rebound. Cameron Rucker driving into the paint, going up for 2. Dean on the rebound. The foul call, and Cameron's got to take it easy. His first foul of the game. I don't want to turn it into a technical. And a lot of emotion in this one. Lord with the rock. Cameron Rucker in front. Lord surveying, hands it off to Bunnell. Bunnell finds a bit of a seam, drives inside, passes back outside. Over to number 12, Mason Lord. Knocked away and out of bounds off of Deshaun Rucker. And that's going to be a Stoneham ball. So Dean gets the inbound right away, hands it off over to Liam McPhee. McPhee pulling up for 3, nothing there. Cameron Rucker on the rebound. Classical on the move offensively. Rucker to Rucker. Deshaun Rucker taking it for 3, so Swiss strikes again! Deshaun Rucker with 11 on the night so far. Hands it off over to Brunell. Brunell finds a wide open Mason Lord, pulls up for 3, nothing there. Off the back of the board. Well, technically that's an out of bounds. So they're not gonna give Babb the rebound. Devon Rucker to take the inbounding responsibility. He'll go right away to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker with Bunnell in front. Over to Devon Rucker. Devon Rucker surveying, finds Babb. Dean in front, drives into the paint, trying to find some space there, but not enough. Mason Lord steals it away. Stoneham on the move offensively. Lord's first attempt no good. Goes for the rebound and 1 for Mason Lord. So Mason Lord gonna go to the line for 2. 1 after the 2-pointer. 2 on the night for Lord. Good job by Lord to stick with it. No good on the free throw. Babb pulls down the rebound. Goes right away to Cameron Rucker. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Bunnell in front. Deshaun Rucker trying to find some space. Pulls up for a 3-pointer. Swiss strikes again! Deshaun Rucker. 13 on the night for the senior out of Classical. Bunnell with the rock. Rucker in front. Sees a bit of a lane. Passes back outside over to Mason Lord. Lord looking for Dean. Stolen away by Babb. Travel call against Babb as he rolled around 12 additional degrees. And Babb's got to get over the whether or not the calls are going to affect him in this game. He's just got to forget about it. Stoneham to retain possession here. They'll inbound in Classical territory. Louis Mojica to come on for Babb. Babb going to take a burn on the bench. Inbound right away. Over to Bunnell. Bunnell passes down low. Over to number 10, Liam McPhee. McPhee can't get it to go. Push call is going to result in a turnover to benefit the Rams. DJ Reynolds to take the inbounding responsibility, or they'll inbound here from Classical territory. So Deshaun Rucker to take that task. Cameron Rucker in front. Just about 30 seconds left. Classical plays it right. This could be the last possession of the game. Shot clocks are off. Deshaun Rucker with Bunnell in front. Looking for a pick from Baker. Gets it on the left-hand side. Deshaun Rucker finds some space with a pass right away to DJ Reynolds. Looking at 10 seconds. Driving inside. Going on the layups. Dean stuffs him on the way in. Knocked out of bounds by Stoneham. Classical to retain possession. Inbound happening here in Stoneham territory. And Gavin Collins to come on for DJ Reynolds. Cameron Rucker tasked with the inbounding responsibility. Pulling up for three is Baker, nothing there. Getting an opportunity, Collins won't get it. Stuffed at the attempt on it. 28-19 as we head into halftime. And boy, howdy, do we got a good one. Classical maintaining the possession game so far. Stoneham showing what they're worth on defense. We'll be back right after this break.
What is community? It's more than just where you live. It's where you feel safe, seen, and valued.
Hi, I'm Mikey, and I'm here to talk to you today about Lynn Classical Volleyball. The signups have already started, but you can still go talk to Coach Lou.
What is community? It's more than just where you live. It's where you feel safe, seen, and valued.
It's built on trust, respect, and working together.
Every small act, every helping hand creates a ripple effect.
Turning a negative moment into a positive one. Lifting each other up when we stumble.
Unity isn't just a word. It's the foundation of a thriving community.
It means embracing our differences and celebrating our shared humanity.
That's community.
Hi, I'm Mikey, and I'm here to talk to you today about Lynn Classical Volleyball. The signups have already started, but you can still go talk to Coach LeBlanc in 8302 for more information. Come and join Lynn Classical Volleyball and have some fun with us. Have your parents ever told you to get your lazy butt out of your chair and go play outside? Well, look no further. With the Lynn Classical boys volleyball team, we are here to help. You know, it's a great sport, meet new people, but sadly we only offer this sport in March. For signups, go talk to Coach LeBlanc. Of course, you already know where he's located, 8302 if you forgot. Make sure you have an up-to-date physical clearing you to be able to play. Our practices are every weekday at 3 p.m. right after school. Make sure you get there as early as possible to help us with the setup of the net. We do practice on Saturday, but it's only for varsity, and it is at 8 to 10 a.m. If you're looking to get in shape, well, the Lynn Classical Volleyball team, well, more specifically, the boys Lynn Classical Volleyball team will help you get in shape. It won't just help you get in shape, but you'll meet excellent new people. They'll make you feel welcome from day one, and they'll have you have the time of your life. You'll have so much fun. Come and join us, why not?
At Classical, we believe that strong instruction is built through collaboration, reflection, and shared responsibility for student success. This week, every department is participating in a school-wide gallery walk featuring lesson artifacts created by our instructional leadership team. These artifacts include lesson tasks, student work, and teacher reflections, and they offer concrete examples of how intentional task design can deepen content learning, build academic language, and increase student engagement across all grade levels and disciplines. Many educators at Classical have engaged in professional development on quality teaching for English learners. This gallery walk is how we bring that learning to life, by learning from real classroom practice. As teachers move through the gallery, department heads facilitate a structured protocol using 4 detective lenses: content, language, equity, and collaboration, so teams can focus their thinking and learn with purpose. At each station, teachers leave appreciation-based feedback, allowing us to celebrate strong practice and continue to grow together. This is professional learning that is grounded, collective, and centered on our promise to students and families that equity is something we intentionally design for. This is how we turn shared vision into daily practice.
Just a quick scroll before I get to school. Love you too. When will you be home? Come on, notes here somewhere. These dang kids. I can't stop the feeling. Talk about bad hair day. Oh man,
Welcome back. Just about 30 seconds in halftime right now. Possession game's been all Classical. Stoneham putting the works on defensively against the Rams. And Classical doesn't have much opportunity inside. Create separation with the passes has been working for the Rams. So far, Deshaun Rucker, leading scorer of the game with 14 in the first half. Inbound right away. Cameron Rucker in front. Mason Lord sees a seam, drives inside, knocked away by Rucker. Bunnell able to salvage the attempt. And they're going to get Baker on a hack-a-lack on the way up. So that one's going to send Bunnell to the line. Bunnell with 8 in the first half. Bunnell to line up 1 and 2. All good in the hood for number 1. But now to line up 2 of 2. Takes a shot, a little bit of deja vu, and that's 10 on the night for Bunnell. Deshaun Rucker with the rock after the inbound. Bunnell in front. It's a pick on the left-hand side from Babb. Babb decides to retreat back underneath. DJ Reynolds surveying. He's got Lord in front, finds Babb down low. Babb swarmed by the Stoneham defense. Over to Reynolds, back over to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker with McPhee in front. Drives inside, sees a little bit of a lane, passes off over to Babb. Babb can't get it to go, fields his own rebound, knocks down 2 more. And Babb now crossing the double-digit threshold. Good heads-up play by Cameron Rucker to pull a couple of defenders away from Babb and give him that half a second to drive it in. Lord with 1 in front, passes off over to McPhee, to Bunnell. Bunnell with 1 in front, passes off to a cutting Liam McPhee. McPhee takes a shot, Baker gets up tall. Babb on the rebound attempt, can't get a clean handle on it, out of bounds, off the Rams. Stoneham to inbound here from Classical territory. Inbound quick to Dean. Baker gets a touch on it. Dean right back over to number 10, Liam McPhee. McPhee drops down 2 more. First 2 points of the night from McPhee. Just about 6.5 left here in the third. Deshaun Rucker passes off over to Baker. To Shaheem Babb. Babb pulling up for 3 in front of Dean. Shaheem Babb knocks it down. 3 more for the Rams. 13 on the night for the Babster. 6 minutes left here in the third. Lord with the rock, looks for Dean inside. Babb in front, drives up, gets called for the travel. Babb taking a pelting down low. That travel's gonna land Dean in his next destination, which is defense. Babb said, that's enough of that headband for me. So after the fall, Babb lost a little bit of his lather right under the hoop. So the cleanup crew will come in. We're quite official here today for the round of 16. This break brought to you by Swiffer. Deshaun Rucker receives the inbound right away from Cameron Rucker. Bunnell in front. Rucker surveying. Passes off over to Cameron Rucker to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds to Baker. Baker with 1 in front to Babb. Dean in front. Babb pulling up for 3 up the front of the rim. Easy rebound for Mason Lord. Now Stoneham on the move offensively. Stoneham with a 10-point deficit. Liam McPhee with the rock, passes off to Bunnell. Deshaun Rucker in front. Rucker putting the pressure on. He's got to get a pick on his right-hand side from Dean. Back up top, over to Liam McPhee. McPhee passing down low to Dean. Dean knocks down 2 more. 8 on the night for Tony Dean. Deshaun Rucker to Cameron Rucker. Just about 5 minutes left here in the third. Over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds drives inside, pulls a couple of defenders. Baker doing the same thing, and a little bit of back and forth. Reynolds on the way up. Can't get it to go, but then it does go. So that's great. DJ Reynolds doing what he do. Psyching out Mr. Donahue. Dean with the inbound. Bunnell ends up with the rock. The Sean Rucker to meet him before the half mark. Bunnell creates a little bit of space, passes inside to Dean. Babb in front. Outside, over to number 10, McPhee. Dean now with the rock. Babb in front. Dean trying to find some space. So they're going to get Babb on the push. And everybody's wondering where it was. Inbound right away, over to number 12, Mason Lord. Lord on the ground, palms to the sky. I wonder what happened. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get Lord for his third foul of the game. Jake Verity to come in. Lord to come off. Cameron Rucker with the inbound to Deshaun Rucker. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to test the waters against Jake Verity coming off of the bench. Hack-a-lack on the way up, knocks down two more, and what do we got here? So do they give him the points or not? I don't know if they did. Foul against the Rams turns into a Stoneham possession. 35-25. Stoneham on the move offensively. Dean with the rock. Now Bunnell sees a bit of a seam after the pick. Pulls up for a three-pointer, not there. Dean getting up high, but not as high as Babb. Babb gets fouled on the pass to Baker. So Classical to inbound here from Stoneham territory. And the Rams losing a fast break opportunity after the team foul against Stoneham. Deshaun Rucker. Over to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker passes over to Babb. Babb on the way up. Can't get it to go. Dean on the rebound. Dean gonna work to get it right away. Over to the adjacent. Finds Jake Verity right away to Bunnell. Bunnell sees a bit of a seam. Goes right inside of the paint. Can't get it to go. Babb with the rebound. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker with Bunnell in front, uses the speed to get past, drives into the paint on the way up. Same placement where Babb was. Right off the padding of the backboard. McPhee looking for a little bit of help, finds it in the cutting Dean. Tony Dean with a nice bounce pass off the Verity, nothing there. Babb on the rebound, goes right away to Cameron Rucker. And a timeout here from Classical is gonna give Coach Avery an opportunity to chalk it up with the Rams and remind them what they're here to do, regardless of what the guys in stripes are saying or not saying. Well, we got a good one for you. A 10-point deficit with 3 minutes left here in the third. Stoneham coming to this one with a 14-8 record. Their last victory in the round of 32 against Weston, 65-60. And Stoneham coming all the way from the preliminary round, throwing a thromping against Belchertown, 78-59. Finishing up in the higher tiers of the Freedom Middlesex League. Classical coming into this one with an 18-3 record. Their last victory on Sunday against North Middlesex Regional. And a 78-39 victory is what the Rams were looking at. The winner of this one's gonna go on to play the winner of the Tewksbury Memorial and Abington game. So we'll see if we're gonna get another home game or not. Thanks for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening right here in the city of Lynn. I'm your announcer tonight. Working alongside me, we got Ethan Garofalo up top, bringing you these smooth and steady shots. And Mikey Martinez down low on graphics. Inbound from Rucker to Reynolds. Reynolds drives inside, pulls up for two. Can't get it. Rebound right away, coming off the fingertips of Mason Lord. Lord looking for a little bit of help from the adjacent, going up for three. Number 10, Liam McPhee. And McPhee, 5 on the night. Just about 3 minutes left here in the third. Rucker sees a bit of a lane, passes back outside over to Baker. Baker does a nice little move to create some space and lay it up, nothing there. Rucker loses possession of that one. Stoneham to inbound here from their own territory. Bocelli right away to Bunnell. Bunnell with Deshaun Rucker in front. Makes the adjustment on the attempted pick. Liam McPhee pulling up for three, nothing there. Babb gets about 100 feet in the air to pull that one down. Cameron Rucker with Bunnell in front finds a wide open Darren Baker. Darren Baker doing what he do. 5 on the night for the Bakester. Lord with the rock right away to Bunnell. Bunnell trying to create some separation from Deshaun Rucker, and Deshaun Rucker everywhere tonight. Liam McPhee passes inside to Dean, to Bunnell. Bunnell a little closer than usual to Dean. Dean with Babb in front. Passes back outside over to number 11 for three. Peter Bocelli. Bocelli can't get it to go. Deshaun Rucker on the move offensively. 3 in front, able to get past 2. Goes for the layup. Deshaun Rucker, baby. Sir Swish. It's 14 in the first half, 16 on the night so far. Bunnell with the rock. Finds a bit of a seam, passes out to Peter Bocelli. Bocelli finding Dean inside. Dean goes up for the layup, nothing there. Babb pulls down the rebound. Right away to Deshaun Rucker. About 90 seconds left here in the third. Rucker with McPhee in front. Looking for a pick, goes in the opposite direction. 2 in front. Now looking for some help in Cameron Rucker. Rucker does a nice little move to get past Bunnell. Knocks down 2 more points for the Rams. Cameron Rucker with his first points of the night. Dean cutting down low, going up for 2. Tony Dean goes up for 2 with ease. 10 on the night for Tony Dean. And nobody was there for Cameron Rucker. Rucker's waiting around. Hey, who's gonna help me out? 5 seconds ticked away here. Down low in classical territory. Nobody was there to help out. So now Stoneham to inbound. Right away to Dean. Dean up top, over to number 12, Mason Lord. Lord passes down low. Over to number 10, McPhee knocks down 3 more. 8 on the night for McPhee. 41-33, 45 seconds left here in the third. Cameron Rucker. Over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds gets a pick on the right-hand side, drives into the paint, passes outside to Darren Baker. Over to Devon Rucker. Devon Rucker with McPhee in front to Cameron Rucker. 15 seconds on the shot clock, just about 30 seconds left in the game. Third. Cameron Rucker on his way, bounce pass over to Babb. Babb on the way up! Gets knocked down! Knocks down 2 more, Shaheem Babb, showing the toughness, 15 on the night. Driving inside, going off for the layup. Liam McPhee gets hack-a-lacked. And they're gonna get Baker on his second foul of the night. McPhee gonna go to the line. Liam McPhee with 8 points on the night, all here in the third. McPhee lining up 1-on-1. All right, 1 or 2. First is no good. Zamari Babb to make his way onto the court. Two or 2 counts. McPhee with 9 on the night. 43-34, final seconds ticking away here in the third. DJ Reynolds pulls up for 3, can't get it to go. Final seconds, Dean looking for Bunnell and not gonna get that one off on time. And as we head into the fourth, Classical leading Stoneham 43-34. Boy, howdy, do we got a good one for you. We'll be back right after this break.
Oh, I'm Kevin Burnett. I've been working at LETV since my junior year. Are you interested in creating media for your school or city? Lynn Educational Television is for you. Students like me have been producing media in Lynn since 1986. students can be paid to film many of the city's various events, such as sports games and concerts. Students also learn various skills such as directing, audio and sound production, and editing. If this interests you, come down to the TV studio in B107 and talk to Mr. Donahue. If you're unable to come to the studio, you can email him at donahues@linschools.org. Join LETV today. Come to B107 and become a member of the crew.
Eight more on the board. Final quarter on the books. Cameron Rucker to inbound for the Rams. And Stoneham pressing now. Saving that for the fourth. Reynolds gets the inbound from Rucker. One in front. Lord, the defender, passes outside of Babb. Babb pulls up for three, nothing there. A little bit too much muscle on that. And Bocelli able to pull down the rebound. Right time, right place. Lord to Bocelli, to Bunnell, back to Lord. Bunnell finds Dean cutting down low. Dean on the way up gets hackalacked. And who are they gonna get? So they got Devon Rucker on the foul, his second of the night. Dean will go to the line for two, lines up 1 of 2. First shot off the front of the rim, no good. Dean lines up 2 of 2. Same thing, front of the rim, Reynolds on the rebound. Reynolds right away to Devon Rucker, 2 in front. Rucker surveying, allowing the Rams to get back in offensive possession. Cameron Rucker on the way up, dunk by Shaheed Babb off the board. 17 on the night for Shaheed Babb, making it hurt. Mason Lord passes off right away to Bunnell. Deshaun Rucker in front, pulling up for 3, hoping to put a silence to the Rams fan base here. Devon Rucker fighting for it. Now DJ Reynolds with the rock. Reynolds with 1 in front. Passes off over to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker finding Devon Rucker at the 3-point line. Goes to the adjacent and Cameron Rucker. Shaheed Babb on the way up. And 1 classical. Shaheed Babb has awoken. 8 points in the first half. And now with 19 in the game and a timeout from Stoneham, to put a couple of thoughts into Shaheed Babb's head as he goes to the line for 1. Coach Jake Bateman going to get into the ears of the Spartans and remind them about the game plan. Thanks for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching here on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening right here in the city of Lynn. If you're a Comcast or Verizon subscriber, we always like to say thank you for your subscription. Without you, we wouldn't be able to... What are we doing here? We're teaching kids about TV media, aren't we, Mikey? So without your subscription, we can't offer television media as part of the curriculum from middle school all the way to high school here within the Lynn Public Schools District. It's a special thing. We got Ethan up top bringing you these smooth and steady shots. Mikey down low. I want to give a shout out to my guy Davian Rivera. Davian got a lot going on right now, so couldn't make it out to this game, but hopefully you're watching at home, buddy. We got a lot of love for you. And for what it's worth, I'll be saying all the prayers I can. Babb going to the line for 1. Showing off some charisma on that last attempt. Not there. Stoneham on the rebound, but now with the rock. Classical now pressing. Finds a wide open number 12, stolen away by Classical. Out of bounds off of the Rams. Stoneham gonna inbound again. Bunnell with the rock, able to get past Baker. Finds Liam McPhee. McPhee pulling up for three, nothing there. Dean on the rebound. 2 in front, going for it. Makes it count. Tony Dean with 12 in the night. 47-36. Just about 6 minutes left in the game. Cameron Rucker passes off to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds drives inside the paint, knocks down 2 more. 7 on the night for Reynolds, senior out of Lynn Classical, 3 in the first half. Bunnell with Deshaun Rucker in front. Passes off to the adjacent, finds a little bit of help from Mason Lord. Lord with Cam Rucker in front. Over to Liam McPhee. McPhee with 2 in front. Does a nice little spin move to create some space. Bunnell with Deshaun Rucker in front. Bunnell trying to do the work. Deshaun Rucker showing up defensively tonight. McPhee able to get that one past Baker. No way, Jose! Baker stuffs it. Classical on the transition offensively. Cameron Rucker passing down low over to Reynolds. Reynolds can't get it to go. Dean on the rebound. Dean looking for a little bit of help right away over to McPhee. And nobody knows what's happening here. Refs will have a determination for us soon. Classical inbound in front of the Stoneham bench. Cameron Rucker trying to find a seam inside, passes off over to Shaheem Babb on the way up, can't get it to go. And McPhee on the rebound, goes right away to Bunnell. Bunnell takes about 3.5 steps. No call as he's losing possession on number 3. McPhee to inbound after the possession call, right to Tony Dean. Dean goes up top to Mason Lord. Lord finds a bit of a seam, drives inside the paint. Can't get it. DJ Reynolds on the rebound. Classical on the move offensively again. Under 5 minutes left here in the 4th. Deshaun Rucker passes over to the adjacent, finds Cameron Rucker. Bunnell in front. Cameron Rucker driving inside, looking for a little bit of help, going to Baker, and taking a pass underneath the hoop, nothing there. Baker loses possession. Stoneham to inbound here in their own territory. Lord with the rock. Cameron Rucker in front. Goes right away over to number 10, Liam McPhee, to Bunnell. Bunnell passes over to number 10, Liam McPhee, pulling up for 3. Nothing there. Stoneham on the rebound. Stolen away by Cam Rucker. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Bunnell in front. Drives into the paint, going up for 2. Can't get it to go. McPhee on the rebound. Baker right on his tail. And they're going to get Baker on a little extracurricular. Peter Bocelli and Coach Avery's direction, time to score. I wonder if that one works for the Rams here. And looking to dish it out, gets it over to Dean. Dean loses possession. Mason Lord, right time, right place, and makes it count. Timeout from the bench of Stoneham. .39-38, just about halfway through the 4th. Cameron Rucker inbounds right away to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker finds DJ Reynolds. Reynolds with Dean in front, trying to pass it off to Baker. Deshaun Rucker coming in to clean it up. Rebound by Babb. Babb on the attempt, gets it knocked away. Classical maintains possession. They're going to get a shot at redemption. Outside to Deshaun Rucker. Over up top to DJ Reynolds. And Bunnell going to get caught for reaching in. That'll be his first foul of the night. Classical to inbound here from the Classical bench. Cameron Rucker surveying, goes right away to Deshaun Rucker. Bunnell in front, drives inside the paint, passes back out to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds loses possession. Babb is there to clean it up. Dean throws a stuff on the Babster, and now Stoneham on the move offensively. McPhee passes up top to Bunnell. Cameron Rucker in front now. Cameron Rucker gives a little space to gain a little space. Shot attempt there, and a scrum for the rebound. Neither Dean or Babb will end up with it. Cameron Rucker comes in, long pass over to Baker. Baker on the way up gets hackalacked by number 11, Peter Bocelli, and he's going to go to the line for two. First time of the night, the Bakester's been on the receiving end of a foul. I believe. The shoes are throwing me off. I feel like I've seen his shoes there at the foul line. 1 or 2, no good. And a lot of game left in this one. Classical not going to get complacent. Baker pulls up for 2 or 2, gets that one to go. Baker with 6 on the night. McPhee with Babb in front, pulls up, takes the shot, nothing there. Babb on the rebound. Babb surveying, goes right away to Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker with 1 in front. Drives inside, goes for 2, nothing there. Bunnell last to get the touch off of Baker. Baker trying for the attempt to steal it away. Inbound coming here in Classical territory in favor of Stoneham. Right away to Bunnell. Classical now at a bit of a disadvantage. Many of the defenders on the wrong side of the court. Dean gets the pass quickly from Bunnell. Does a nice little move to create some space and knock down his 14th point of the night. So 10-point deficit, 50-40, with just about 2:45 left here in the fourth quarter, and a handful of timeouts here in the fourth. Give the coaches an opportunity to chat it up with their teams. Spartans being hosted by the Lynn Classical Rams here in the round of 16 for the MIAA Division III men's basketball tournament. Garofalo up top, Martinez down low, and Donahue on the mic. Thanks for tuning in. As we always like to remind you, please tune in to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, smash the notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening right here in the city of Lynn. Possession game here in the second half and first half has been that of Classicals, and I don't want to say Stoneham's in a bit of a drought, but they certainly had a lot more success scoring in the first half, but they've kept it within reach all game. Cameron Rucker with inbounding responsibility right away to Babb. Babb goes back to Cameron Rucker. Rucker finds DJ Reynolds across the court, drives inside, off of the Spartans Rams ball. Cameron Rucker to take the inbounding responsibility. Burnell in front. Passes off over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds finds Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker doing a nice little move to get past McPhee, but retreats, doesn't see the lane that he wants. Gonna take a second shot at it. Passes off to Darren Baker, and one for Darren Baker, so he's gonna go to the line again. And this is the Darren Baker we know and love. 8 on the night for Baker, 3 in the first half. And Baker will get 1. Lines it up off the back of the rim. Dean, too tall for everybody else. Pulling that one down quickly, right away, over to number 11, Peter Bocelli. Bocelli trying to find a lane. Sorry, Mason Lord. Passes down low to McPhee. McPhee over to Dean. Dean, nice little move to knock down 2 more points. Dean with 16 on the night. Inbounding problems for the Rams. Stoneham able to walk away with it. Pulling up for three, coming off of the fingertips of number 12, Mason Lord. Might hear the air ball chant here. Misalign that shot. Cameron Rucker to Reynolds. Reynolds swarmed by the Stoneham defense. And Coach Avery going to take a timeout. And the entire student body of the Stoneham fan base has just walked out of the gym. Quite noticeable. It's a pretty big crew of 15 to 20 people. Brings us back to our old days as the roadies. I doubt any of those guys are watching, but if you are, we had a lot of fun. I love you guys. Cameron Rucker with the inbounding responsibility. Right away to Babb. Dean in front. Over to Deshaun Rucker. Sees a bit of a seam, not enough to get it. Trying to find Reynolds on the outside. Tough pass for Reynolds to maintain, and now Stoneham on the move offensively. Bunnell with a long bomb three, makes it count. Bunnell with 13 on the night. Inbound right away to Babb. Babb with one in front, looking for some help on the adjacent. He's gonna take it himself as he doesn't see what he wants. Dean on the rebound in front of Baker. Baker reaches in, knocks it away. Deshaun Rucker with the rock. Rucker trying to box out any defenders on their way to play defense or play against him. So the team foul is going to send Deshaun Rucker to the line. And it looked like Baker reached in for that steal, but Reynolds caught the heat. Well, he's a good guy. If I got to rob a bank, he's the dude I'm doing it with. Although I think he's too good at two shoes for something like that. So am I. What am I talking about? Maybe we'll snag a sandwich from the cafeteria together. First of two, no good. And 2 of 2, no good. That's not usually what you see coming off the fingertips of Deshaun Rucker at the foul line. Inside of Dean, Babb in front. Dean looking for Bunnell. Bunnell has to do a couple of moves to get some space away from Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker putting the works on defensively. Right down low, over to the adjacent, to Lord. Lord looking for some help. DJ Reynolds steals it away. Nice little move to maintain possession. Uses his composure, allows the Rams to get back in a scoring position. Now Reynolds again, bounce past the Babb outside of Cameron Rucker. Cameron Rucker over to DJ Reynolds. Final 30 seconds are going to be ticking away. And Classical going to maintain the back and forth game to Babb, to Deshaun Rucker. Deshaun Rucker catching a foul by Bunnell. And Deshaun Rucker going to go to the line with 29 seconds on the clock. 52 to 45. And every point is going to matter here in these final 30 seconds. And I believe there's one more timeout for Stoneham. Deshaun Rucker knocks down another one for the Rams. 17 on the night for Rucker. And he'll make it 18 there. But now with the rock, 27 seconds. Rucker in front, a long bomb three up the front of the rim. Nice little bounce off the board to fall in. That was a long bomb three. Everybody at the scoring table. We're usually not this close together, but everybody at the scoring table was like, that was a long one. I think the ride home today is going to be even longer after the weather. 20 seconds on the board. Classical showing up defensively and putting the Stoneham Spartans on their heels here in this one. Classical coming to this one with a record of 18-3. Their last victory in the round of 32 against North Middlesex Regional, 78-39. And the winner of this one's going to go on to play the winner of the Tewksbury Memorial and Abington game. So whether or not it's going to be a home game really depends on who walks away with the victory in that one. Weston, the last victim of the Stoneham Spartans, 65-60. Stoneham with a record of 14-8 thus far. GBL hosting the Freedom Middlesex League. Classical GBL champions, Burlington champions out of the Middlesex Small League. Cameron Rucker to inbound here from Classical territory. Looking for Babb, not there. Goes right away to Reynolds. Reynolds pulls that one out of the sky. And McPhee reaches in to foul Reynolds on the transition across the half mark. Reynolds gonna go to the line for 2. 16 seconds left here in the game. Reynolds lines up 1 and 2, makes it count. 8 on the night for Reynolds, 3 in the first half. Two and 2 for Reynolds, off the front of the rim, Dean on the rebound. 10 seconds left. Baker trying to steal another one away. Long 3, not there. Now Reynolds on the rebound. Classical gonna walk away with the victory, 55-48 against the Stoneham Spartans. They'll advance to the next round of the MIAA Division III tournament. Classical gonna move to a 19-3 record. Their next opponent will be the winner of the Tewksbury Memorial versus Abington game. Some shout outs to Sean Rucker coming out with a force in the first half, 14 points, finishing up with 18 on the night. Close behind him, Shaim Babb, 8 points in the first half and 19 on the night. Got to give out the shout out, Weston Burnell. Kid's a hustler and he's got some speed on him and he's got some moves. Burnell will end up with 16 on the night. Tony Dean with 16 on the night as well. And it's been a pleasure bringing you this one. At the end of 4, Rams gonna walk away with the victory and they'll advance to the next round of the MIAA Division III men's basketball tournament. It's been a pleasure bringing you this one. I wanna say thanks to my crew. We got Mikey down low on graphics and we got Ethan up top bringing you these smooth and steady shots. From 235 O'Callahan Way, I'm Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television, wishing you all the best. There you go.